Yo, what's good, squad? It's the big homie SB23 coming back to you with some more words of wisdom. Today we're going to talk about how to be your most authentic self so you can reach your full potential. So I know oftentimes in life we feel like we need to, I guess, sometimes mirror other people or mask who we are truly on the inside, or not be the real us because we're in fear of judgment, or we want to make other people feel comfortable, or whatever your reason might be to why you're not being your authentic self. But I'm here to tell you that the best way to live life is to be you and truly you. So that means even whatever kind of weirdness you might have, or whatever kind of quirkiness you might have, or whatever kind of, or if you have a certain gift that you're not tapping into because you're worried about how other people are going to perceive it, or if you have certain goals or dreams or aspects that you want to go after but you're not going after them because you're scared about how people are going to view you, or if people are going to accept you, or whatever the case may be. I'm here to tell you, you got to move past that fear. That was one of my other videos. I was talking about fear and how fear will have you stagnant. You don't want to be stagnant in this world. You want to thrive and live in abundance. So my thing is always being my authentic self. And I learned as the older I got, the easier it was to be your more authentic self, because the older you get, the less you care about how other people view you. So, or at least you should care less about how other people view you in terms of your moves and the way that you want to live your life, because everybody has their own life and this life is your life. So you have to take control of your life. Nobody else can tell you how to live your life or what you should or shouldn't do. They're only coming from the perception of their own lenses from what they dealt with and what beliefs that they hold within themselves. So you got to understand that we're all unique, and it's okay to be unique. You should want to be unique. You shouldn't want to be like everybody else. You shouldn't want to follow the crowd. You should be a leader of your own world. You create your own world. Another thing that I always say in my videos, you are the creator of your own world. Law of attraction, all those things that I talked about, this all coincides with those things. So being your true authentic self is walking within your life in the way that it makes you happy. So one person might be happy with a mansion, one person might be happy with a shed. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own levels of happiness, or what you would deem as success. So somebody's success isn't equivalent to somebody else's success. So when you have that understanding, then you understand that you can do and move however you want to move, and as long as you're doing things that isn't hurting anybody else or hurting yourself, then there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? If what you're doing is hurting somebody, then yeah, you have an issue. But if it's not, then there's nothing to worry about. Just keep doing you, and eventually whatever you want to work out for you is going to work out for you. So again, for me, from what I've learned from my own life experience, is that every time I took a step into being my authentic self and not trying to play a role, is when life got better for me. So even in situations to where it felt like it was a bad thing that was happening, what I actually learned, that the more authentic that I was, the more things that were brought into my life and then that I needed, and then the things that I didn't need were removed from my life. So then it helped me to be able to tap more into my true self, and then I was able to thrive from that. So again, when it comes down to that scenario and walking within your own self so that you can live the life that you truly want to live, then it's just about tapping into your inner self and understanding who you truly are on the inside and accepting it, your light and your dark. You accept both sides of it and bring it together, like I was talking about in one of my other videos. It's when you get that time alone to yourself too. Sometimes you need some time alone to really reflect on your life and really tap into yourself, and then understand yourself on such a deep level that it brings out your true inner core. because we all have, everybody's inner core is happy. Even if in your life you feel like there's not a lot of happiness going on, everybody's inner core is happy. So you have to understand that the situations that we get into in life is what creates the unbalance, which creates unhappiness. So once you realize what it is that is making you unhappy or making you feel as though things aren't going the way that you would like them to go, and then you take that time to yourself to tap into yourself and figure out the things that you need to change within your life so that you can become a happier version of yourself, that essentially is just you tapping into your true self, because everybody has a true self, but sometimes you mask it because of the things that happen to you in life or the things that you may not be wanting to face in life. So again, like in another one of my videos where I said, you know, you have to face your fears, you have to face that darkness. That's the key too. Once you face the darkness and you defeat it, then you can live a happier life, because now there's no dark clouds over you everywhere you go. You know, if you never face it, you never get in touch with that side of it, and then understand that whatever happened to you, especially if you were a child, whatever happened to you wasn't your fault. You had no control over it. You're not a bad person, or that doesn't make you an unwanted person or anything like that. Like, it's just something that happened to you when you were younger, and it's just something that you need to accept, that that's what happened when you were younger, but you're not young anymore, like I said in my other video, and you have to move on from that so you can regain your power. So once you regain your power and you really start to walk within who you truly are and not care about how people view you, then the right people will gravitate towards you. So the people who will like those things in you that you always wanted to hide, or because you thought that maybe somebody else might not like it, the right people will gravitate towards you, and they will not only appreciate that side of you, but they'll actually celebrate it. Like, it'll be something that they also within themselves have and want to express and share. So you never have to walk around and not be authentic because of how you think somebody else is going to view you, or how the world's going to view you, or whatever the case may be. The most important viewpoint you should have is the viewpoint of yourself from within. So again, if your insides are good and you're walking with pure of heart, then good things will come to you, and you should view yourself in a good light. But if you have insides that are full of pain and torment and trauma, and then you don't heal yourself, then you end up not only hurting yourself, but you end up hurting the people around you, because hurt people hurt people. And they don't even mean to hurt people. It's just because they haven't dealt with their issues long enough to heal them, so that then they can get back to being who they truly are at their core, which is a great human being and a spirit full of light. So again, it goes back to the light and the dark. The darkness, you don't want either one of those to take over. You want to have a balance. When the darkness takes over, then there's a dark cloud over you. When there's too much light, then you can unbeknownst to you be burning people or blinding them with the light. So you want to have a balance so you can understand and see clearly, like I said before. This stuff isn't hard to understand, but when you're dealing with emotions sway your judgment. So logically, everything I'm saying makes sense, but if you're caught up in your emotion and you don't have control of it, then you'll run away from the truth. You know what I mean? The truth is the thing that sets you free. Truth is like medicine. Nobody likes to take medicine. Medicine doesn't always taste good. Most medicines don't taste good, but if you're sick and you need some relief, that medicine helps. So it's the same thing. Like, we've all been sick before. We've all been clouded. We've all had our misguided judgment, and the best thing to deal with that is truth. And once you can be true and honest to yourself about the way you move, or the way you feel, or the things you say, and then make those adjustments, then with that medicine, you could become healed. You could become better. You won't be sick anymore. So that's just my words of wisdom from the big homie. Be your true, authentic self always, and be it unapologetically, because there's nothing wrong with being you. Again, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, as long as you aren't hurting yourself, then there's nothing wrong with being you. Be you all the time, every day. Wake up and be appreciative of being you. But all right, y'all, I'm out of here.